Today I'm going to be doing something somewhat new on the channel. It's going to be me scrambling around about what I want Rec Room to add, which half of the time is something pretty stupid, so most likely you're going to hear me not being able to describe the most simple thing, and also you'll be able to hear my fan and me kicking my desk in the background, like this. I'm 99% sure you heard that. The first thing I want Rec Room to add is ropes. Like, it would be so useful for creators like me and others to be able to have, instead of using like tubes and all that for ropes, we could have like an actual object that you could like stretch out and it would like droop down, and you would, if you moved it around, it would like swing around. But my idea on how it would work is you'd have 2 points, and the rope would go from one point to the other, and you could stretch those points around, and the rope would stretch with it, and you could like configure like how heavy it is or like how stretchy it is. That way you could like make it so it's like really far apart, but it's like super, like it has a lot of stress on it, so it's like perfectly straight. Or you could make so it's really far apart and it's like drooping down a ton. That would be extremely useful for many things that I can name myself, but again, this is just me and not others. The next thing I want is 3D textures. It's 3D textures. That's all. That's all I want. I feel like it would be so simple. It's so easy. It just I want 3D textures. It would look so much better. Okay, now that I'm done complaining about how Rec Room chose to make 2D textures instead of 3D, I am going to tell you what I thought 3D textures would be, if that makes sense. It would be, we have them flat normally. It kind of looks 3D from a distance, but what if you made it so it was 3D and it popped up and all that, like different for every texture? Like, I know it will be a problem because any rooms that are, it would make some things look weird in certain rooms because all of a sudden they're 3D textures. So because almost every single room is built off of 2D textures, it means it might bug with it, which I personally don't care about. You could just make it a setting in like room settings. You can make it so it turns on and off at the same time, but again, that's just me, and to me it would be super cool. But again, there could be problems like Quest people could be able to use it, which again means there's almost no point because half of the player base is on Quest. So next thing I want Rec Room to add is so I can play on my Samsung tablet and not have to buy an Android tablet just to play Rec Room, because that just does not make any sense at all, because who in the world is going to spend $200 to play Rec Room, which is a free game? Next thing I want Rec Room to add, which I really can't say too much for, but I just want Rec Room to add, that way it's easier for, younger siblings to be able to play with you if they're young. But make different tiers of junior accounts. So like you'd have tier 1, which is, your 5-year-olds and your 4-year-olds, which somehow got their VR headset on Christmas, and they just have the regular junior account they have now. But then there's tier 2, which is like, 7 and 8-year-olds, and then you can make it so you have a little more things you can do. You can, you can create your own rooms and, have more, maybe be able to invite friends and like all that. Because when you're on a junior, if you friend someone, you can't invite them to the room you're in. But that'd be nice for younger siblings, and also make it so there's a tier 3 where it's, your 10-year-olds and your
12.
15-year-olds, which will have like a chat. You would be able to go to like 3D charades because you would have quick chat. And you could use it. It would also make it so maybe they can't hear like people like us, which are not junior accounts, but they will still they'll see our chat messages, and they can also see other people's chat messages. So it'll be like old Roblox where you use chat.